I love you with my heart, with my soul, with every fiber of my entire being. How are you feeling right now, beautiful soul? So today I want to share with you, the topic is black magic. The topic is voodoo. The reason that I wanted to share this with you is because it's been coming in a lot recently. I was in Madeira only last week. I went to see a friend of mine's brother-in-law, and he explained to me that he was having pain, and he asked me if I could help him. He had a stabbing pain in his back. It was running all the way down his left leg. It was getting worse and worse and worse. I asked him how long he'd had it for, and he explained to me that he had it for several years. So I tuned into his frequency, into his energy field, and I immediately knew that he'd had a confrontation with someone and it had escalated. And this was a result of that. So I asked him, I said, what happened a couple of months before this started? And he said, well, this happened and that happened. I said, no, it's not that. I said something a little bit more serious. He said, just before this happened, I went through a court case. He said, I was involved in a car accident and I pressed charges against this person. And he said, as soon as I'd gone through the court battle and I'd won, I received a lump of money, and this happened within days. He said, it's got worse and worse. I said, yes. I said, what's happened is the people that had to pay the money to the courts and to yourself, they've cast a spell over you. So this happened. I've had lots of these instances where people have come into my space where black magic has affected them. And it's not nice. A lot of the time people get ill, they get injured, blah, blah, blah. And it can ruin people's relationships. It can ruin people's lives. It can take its toll on someone's reality in a major, major way. So today I want to discuss this with you. What we've got to understand is that everything in this universe is part of one stream, part of one frequency. And that frequency can shift up and down, high vibration and low vibration. Some of us are on a high vibration, some of us are on a low vibration. We go up and down, we fluctuate. Now, I didn't used to believe in anything spiritual, anything esoteric. Even now, today, I still don't believe in anything spiritual or anything esoteric. I've simply come into a space where I know that all of these things exist beyond the veil of illusion in the quantum worlds. And within these frequency bands and fields of information, different things are taking place. Healing can take place. Black magic can take place. One is a high vibration, one is a low vibration, but it's all part of the same consciousness field. And that's what we've got to understand. The ability for someone to go out and kill lies in all of us. The ability for someone to love also lies in all of us. So we shouldn't judge, and we shouldn't ostracize, and we shouldn't separate. What we should do is aim to transmute. And to transmute, we do that through unconditional love. Now that doesn't mean that you've got to be accepting of something that's happening to you from a lower vibration or space or a darker force, for example. It doesn't mean you've got to roll over and accept that is happening to you and that you've got to put up with it. You should accept that it's happening, but not that you should put up with it, okay? We've got to realize that all of these things are happening to us, and they're amazing opportunities for us to grow. Because when someone or something, whether it's a being from another quantum space, another planet, another universe, another galaxy, another star system, or a human being in this physical reality casts a spell over you, voodoo, black magic, whatever you want to call it, it gives you an opportunity to strengthen and to test your metal, to test your armour and to strengthen your armour, to expand your consciousness, your knowledge, and tap in to a whole new skill set. And it's a skill set that resides in every single one of us on this planet. Some of us are just unaware of it. Some of us try and avoid it because we don't want to think or contemplate that black magic or voodoo or anything like that exists. We want to kind of push it to the side and pretend it's all sunshine and rainbows. You can do that if you want. But when you accept both sides of the force, the light and the dark, the up, the down, the left, the right, the in, the outs, the fear and the love, you get an opportunity to synchronize it all, to bring it into perfect equilibrium. That is how you harness your power. As a spiritual being having a human experience, that's how you become a superhuman. By realizing that you are dark and light, and then mastering all aspects of your own soul. By not trying to push something under the carpet and pretend it doesn't exist. Now, what you have to do, what you must do, is bring yourself into a great space. Into a space where you vibrate from your heart on the frequency of unconditional love. Once you can do that, you're going to have a level of awareness that enables you to see beyond the veil of illusion and tap into the worlds that exists, the geometrical world, the quantum world, the world of light and information, where you can read the codes and see all of the things that are happening around you, left, right, and center. Personally, as I said before, I didn't believe in any of this stuff. I used to think it was all nonsense. I used to think that healing was nonsense. But here I am, sat here in front of you, talking to you through this camera about voodoo and black magic. I spend 52 weeks of the year of my life, and have done for the last several years, traveling the world, training people to heal with star magic. Rewind 7 or 8 years, and I would have thought that was nonsense. If you'd have said to me 10 years ago that you're going to be traveling the world healing people, I would have laughed at you. I would have thought, where's the guys in straitjackets coming to lock this dude up, or this woman up, this sister or this brother? But no, I'm here sharing these things with you because I know they're real. I've managed to shift from a low vibration to a high vibration, uplift my levels of awareness, raise my frequency, expand my vibration, and see life through a different set of lenses. And that is why I know you can change too. If I can do it, so can you. It's my world now. All of us can be either tapped into it or not tapped into it. Or that's not actually the best way to say it. We're all tapped into it. It's just that some of us are aware and some of us aren't. And once we do become aware, we can start to make different choices to engage within the cosmic fabric, the web of information, of light, the biophotons that are traveling all around us, the invisible to most people's reality, but which is very real. It's realer than my hand, it's realer than the camera that I'm looking into now. It's realer than this chair that I'm sat on. This fireplace behind me, the crystals in the background, the ceiling, the lights. The invisible world is richer and more bountiful than all of that. And that is why, when you know what you're doing, or when you've tapped into the awareness to know what you're doing and what you're capable of, people can start to utilize these streams of information for good deeds and what we call bad deeds. You know, a good deed could be going out and healing someone and helping them strip a disease or dissolve a disease, creating a different reality for them. A not so nice or bad thing that somebody could do would be to perform black magic or a negative spell on someone, which could make them ill, which could make them argue with a spouse or a loved one. There's all sorts of things that people can do, okay? The not so light side of the universe really does exist. But what we've got to do as humans is to stay in love and not tip into fear. I'm not sharing these things with you because I want you to tip into fear. I want you to go deeper into your heart space and be on the frequency of unconditional love, because that's when you're truly powerful. Now, if you know someone is performing black magic or voodoo spells on you, you could be feeling stabbing pains in your body. This stuff's real, believe you me. I've seen it many times. Now, all you've got to do is come into your heart, and you've got to expand your heart as far as it will go, and you've got to feel so much love. You've got to shine love into the space of the person that is sending the black magic, the voodoo spells towards you. You've got to send that frequency of unconditional love out to them and allow it to ripple through their space. And you've got to know, with your intention, with your heart, with every fiber of your entire being, that you are one powerful human, and that your heart frequency can dissolve everything that it engages with, everything that it encounters. And that, my friend, my sister, my brother, will transmute any situation. Now, it might not go away straight away. You might have to keep this going for a few days, or you might have to revisit it every couple of weeks and just keep opening your heart until it completely dissolves. It really depends what is going on inside of someone else's consciousness and why they want to harm you or do what they're doing towards you. Now, the other thing to take into consideration is the person that is sending the black magic or the spells or whatever they're doing, it may not be them. Their body could just be a host, a vessel for something lower vibrational to use in this human environment to get to you. Now, if that's the case, you just do the same thing. You open your heart, you shine your lights, and you decide to transmute this situation, to bring the light and the dark into equilibrium, to transmute it and to send it back to wherever it came from with love, with light, with positive energy, to go out into the universe and be used for good wherever needed. You have the power to transmute anything. You have the power to do whatever you want to do in this world. You can change and create and co-create reality after reality after reality. Now, if you get yourself into a situation where you've been attacked and you're ending up in hospital, or you're in bed, your energy levels have gone right down, what I would suggest you do is visualize in your mind a hologram, like an empty version of you. You see your arms, you see your legs, or you can see your physical body. It's up to you. It's always good to use a hologram because it kind of detaches you and creates a degree of separation between you and the you that you're going to heal. Now, once you bring up your hologram, you quantum entangle that hologram with you. You know that that hologram is you. And then you start to feel it. You start to look at it. You start to really feel with your senses beyond the five what is happening to that hologram. What I often do is I'll run my hand over the hologram, and when I feel a tingle, a vibration, a change in temperature, I know that there's something there. It could be an attachment to another being or another person. I'll just pull it out. I'll dissolve it into light and I'll get rid of it. This is another way. If you're really, really in a low vibration, you've got to check for attachments to other humans, to other beings that could be siphoning your energy. Now, when your third eye sight is tuned in, and if it's not, go and watch my video on pineal gland activation, or go to our website and do one of our pineal gland or third eye activation meditations. When your third eye is activated, okay, you will be able to see geometrical codes coming out from your body or going into your body or your hologram. You can follow it and trace it back through the cosmic fabric to wherever it came from. And you can see who is doing what to you. When people have intentions and people cast spells, they may cast spells and have intentions with human words or thoughts inside of their mind. But those thoughts are frequencies, and those thoughts and those frequencies, they translate into mathematical equations, into geometrical codes, into streams of biophotons traveling through the ether. And they can go into the human being that they're attacking. What you can do is you can change that mathematical code. Now that's a little bit more than I want to share in this video, because I don't want to make it too complicated for you. I don't want you to think that you can't do this, because whether you can see the code or not, you can do this. You've just got to feel. You've got to sense. You've got to come out of here, down into here, and feel what is going on in your environment. You can stop a psychic attack. You can stop voodoo. You can stop black magic. You can stop what I call shadow parasites, low vibrational entities coming into your human body or even into your energy fields. There are extraterrestrials that play around with electromagnetic technology, subatomic technologies that they can use, a bit like using an iPad, from a long distance, because remember, time, distance and measurement are all illusory. So they're in these spaces far, far away, most of them off of this earth, and they're playing around with your frequency. Again, you can see the mathematical codes traveling through the cosmic fabric. You trace it back to where it came from, boom, you can shut it down. These are a little bit more advanced ways of doing things. And if you really want to know that, then come to a facilitated training, a star magic training. On the other hand, you don't need to, because what I am sharing in this video is basic, but it works. You've just got to be in your hearts. You've got to be in this space where you can feel. Whilst you're upstairs in this dangerous world we call the minds, all sorts of stuff can happen. There are 80 to 90,000 thoughts flying around subconsciously every single day. It's a minefield. But you can take control by meditating, by coming into this space of your heart, being on the frequency of unconditional love, and just deciding. Just deciding that you are one powerful being. And as soon as your vibration dips, you pull it back up again. Another really cool thing that you can do is you can visualize a vibrational chart. On a scale of 0 to 10, let's make it simple, okay? 10 is ultra high, 0 is low. As soon as your vibration goes to 8, it sets off an alarm. And that can be a thought, it can be a feeling, whatever you decide, whatever you entangle into your consciousness can become your reality. We get to decide and co-create always. So you can set some kind of trigger. Okay, I'm going to go freezing cold when it hits 8. Okay, I'm going cold for no reason, it's sunny outside. I need to check my vibration, what's going on? Actually, I do feel a little bit down. I'm going to stop what I'm doing. I'm going to come back into my heart. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to go into nature. What is it that brought my vibration down? Feel. Smile. Get into a good space. Become totally aware of your whole environment and your immediate environment. Oh yes, that conversation that I had with my mother yesterday. There's still something that I was triggered by. I need to release it. My ex-wife is attached to me again after 6 years. Pull it back out. Whatever it may be, these are simple things, okay? Black magic, voodoo isn't any harder, but you've got to be a little bit more aware because it's magic. It can come in disguises. What you see and feel isn't always what is underneath. You've got to be aware of that. You've got to question everything. Don't take anything on trust. Don't believe the words that are coming out of my mouth. All I know is that you're awesome. You are one powerful, extraordinary human being, and I love you unconditionally. Really and truthfully, from the bottom of my heart, I want you to excel beyond all measure, and I trust that the information that I've shared with you in this video is useful. Use it. Practice. Practice living here inside of your heart. Make life one constant meditative experience. You're amazing. Go out and live your life. Go out and live it fully. Don't let anything or anyone hold you back. We're sisters and brothers playing this magical game that we call life, hovering on this green and blue planet that we call Earth, in infinite space. We're lucky to be here for a short blip in the vast ocean of time. Let's enjoy every single second, beautiful soul. I love you unconditionally. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Please share these videos with your friends and your family. If you're watching it on Facebook, like it and share it. One love, one heart, one human family. I'll see you again real soon, beautiful soul. Peace out.